The next thing I want you to know in your approach is curveballs look fast but are moving slow. Curveballs move slower than they appear, and you have time to be curious and be patient. So I'll put that one up in case people want to see it, right? Curveballs do move slower. You feel like I have to go fast. That's a reaction. Here's the thing about reactions, Kina. When you're reacting, you're using your emotional limbic system. What you're not using is your big brain. You're reacting, oh no, there's a bear and I need to protect myself. Okay, probably not a bear. You probably more time than you think. Even in the pandemic, where things were happening fast, they weren't happening in minutes. You had some time. Okay. The next is you're going to need to rally the troops. The troops might be your family. If you're a solo entrepreneur, they might be your partners. They might be the people who work for you, but you're going to need to communicate. So part of having an approach is, how are you going to communicate? The mistake we make is we communicate the way we want to be communicated with, which has nothing to do with how they need to hear it. If you can communicate one-on-one, you can be way more tailored. If you need to communicate on group, then think about, how are people going to read this and react? And how do I help manage that so that they can get through their emotional reaction and I can actually use their big brains to help solve this problem? Give everybody who's listening the chance to try this on right now. Okay, so here's what I want y'all to do. I want you to take a deep breath. I'd like you to think about a curveball. Doesn't have to be a big one, just a curveball you're seeing right now. Okay, take that breath again. Now I'd like you to generate 3 to 5 questions about the curveball. Just questions. What, why, how, things you'd like to know about the curveball. I guarantee you can come up with 3. You probably can come up with 5. You might want to write them down. Now I'd like you to think about 1 to 3 people who could be on your team facing this curveball. Who would they be? Now, knowing you have some questions and some teammates, you'd craft, what do you want to say to your teammates to help you generate and prioritize your questions and get them answered? Before you act, you need more knowledge and information. You won't have complete knowledge and information, but you'll have more than your first reaction. And I'm going to give a gift at the end of this right here. This is about, how can you make seeing curveballs less disruptive? Because we're going to see them. And the trick that I developed during my cancer journey that we can use all the time is something I call a happiness tripwire. Now, for me, seeing a sunflower, I just think sunflowers are cool. They move, they follow the sun, they're big, they can even feed you if you're hungry. I mean, sunflowers are cool. And if you've ever grown them, sometimes sunflowers are like 10 feet tall, which is really cool. So sunflowers existing makes me smile. A happiness tripwire is something you can put into your daily routine that just makes you smile. When we smile, and I'm not trying to make light, it might be only for 2 seconds. It releases hormones into your body that sustain your immune system and make you more resilient. So if you embed happiness tripwires into your life, and they're little things, and you just appreciate, really like the sunflower, your ability to have a better approach for curveballs is going to be exponentially better.